Welcome to Cool People, a series where I get to sit down and chat with some seriously cool people. For this episode, I sit down with Shirley. Shirley's based out of Ingham, and she is genuinely such a cool person. She spends so much of her time giving, it's crazy. I have no idea how she has any time for herself. She has built this platform called the NQ Makers Collective where if you create something but don't have the time to sell it, don't have the time to go to markets, you can come and put it in her shop. She will host it until it's sold. Now, she's created this huge community around her. She is just giving so much of her time to help others. She has a family herself, so I genuinely don't know how she has any time to just to herself at all. But this was a really, really cool conversation. I loved it. She's an incredible person, so enjoy.
My elevator pitch.
Who are you?
I'm Shirley. I'm local Ingham born and bred, and I own a handmade collective in Ingham. Started from the ground up with nothing but an idea, and 3 weeks later, I had a shop.
Well, let's dig into that. So, from what I can gather, it's a physical store that you have effectively created a platform that local creative
Yes.
people and craft people can create things and sell them out of your store.
That's right.
Is that right?
Yep.
And that concept there, it's really interesting because most people just stock products that people want, right? As in
Yep.
like, hey, I'm a bottle-o and I'm going to stock nice whiskey,
Yep.
or I'm a coffee shop and I sell nice coffee mugs.
Yep.
You've got no. I want to be a platform, like effectively bigger than a shop, a platform where people can display their crafts, they can sell them, rather than just trying to fight online for digital space. Where did that like core concept come from?
So I'm a very creative person to begin with, and I was creating acrylic resin products, and I was selling them at markets and trying to get into the online space, which, as anybody who has tried to knows, that it's very, very hard, and marketing is a huge thing. I started that. How old is like 4 years ago? I started that, and then in late 2023, I decided that after thinking about it forever and wanting to have my stuff in a shop where people could just walk in, pick it up, look at it, and buy it, I decided that I thought maybe other people might want to do that as well. And so I literally just made a post on Facebook, buy, swap, and sell. And that's where it started. And people got back to me, and I locked in numbers, and we started with 20 makers.
Gee, so you had 20 people from the very start.
20 people from between, at that point, it was between Townsville and Cairns. And I asked them to give me 3 months, although at that point I was going to be happy if we made it to Christmas, because I just thought if I can just sell my own stuff and help other people sell their stuff in this great, big buying period for Christmas, all the hand makers, the online sellers, the small personal brands, if I could help them in that 6-week period, that it was going to be worth it. After that, I just decided to just see where it took us, and we just went from there. So literally from when I first put out that Facebook post to our opening date, it was like 3.5 weeks, and we were here.
Jesus.
Yeah. And turning this space into this, because it wasn't like this when we moved in.
That's like to have 20 up front.
Yeah.
So what are we talking about? Are we talking like people that are making, what are people making? And what
So
are they?
at that point, it was anywhere from handmade kids' clothes to candles to jewellery. What else did I have? There was so much, all different stuff, different types of resin, people who made handbags. Like I felt like there was a lot, but it really wasn't. It wasn't even a drop in what I've got stocked next door now.
So what's there now? Like what are we?
I've got everything. You think about if you can think of it being handmade, I've got it.
And so are they all? Where are these people?
So now my furthest south is Mackay, and at the moment I'm just up to Innisfail. My Cairns people, they found it really hard to get their stock down regularly because they had bulky stock. So, but yeah, so yeah now and I didn't want to box myself into just Ingham either, which is why it's NQ Makers Collective, because it gave us more variety.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's impressive to see that there's that many people that are that creative making stuff that...
It is. And look, people blow my mind all the time. Last week, a lady came in and she said to me, I make these crocheted tank tops, like ladies' tank tops. And I was like, wow. Okay, bring them in.
Yeah.
I think I've got nearly 60 people next door now, 60 different makers. From handmade dolls. I've got a 3D print lady who does 3D printed stuff. I've got earrings. I've got, everything. Bags, details, everything.
So they're just making them at home, bringing them in.
Yep. I had one lady who wanted to be part of it. She was never on the market scene, but she loved making stuff with resin. And I said to her, give it a go. And now she's currently at a market. She'd never done it before. And she said I inspired her to push her comfort zone and have a go.
And actually have a crack.
Yeah, and she's doing really well.
There's something rewarding about being able to make something your own and see
Absolutely.
other people enjoy it. Like,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you've also, so I know where I first met you, you ran a maker's market
Yes.
at
Yes.
the Link to Country Expo.
Yeah, that was Nick's idea.
Yeah.
She just like, come and join us.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay.
To take it from like out of the shop to, I guess, back to where these
Yeah.
sort of things usually are.
Yeah.
But what I can sort of get a bit of an idea of is that you've created such a community around you that jump back to the space is actually quite easy because the
Yeah.
people are all supportive of each other. They
Yeah,
want
I
to be
think-
there. And
I think the best thing that it has brought is a community. Like all the people in there kind of know and support each other and are rooting for each other. You know, there doesn't seem to be any competition or, you know, it's just you go girl, get it. You know, between everybody.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
what pretty much when you were nominated, Nicole was she just really spoke about how much community you have around you and what you've built around the shop. Like,
Yeah.
I think, and that's what once I started doing a bit of research, the fact that, yeah, the idea that the store exists is a crazy idea. It's so impressive that you've
It's
created this,
nuts.
you know, it's so sick. Like, that's
Yeah.
such a cool thing to provide a space, but then you've taken it to the next level by really creating that community around you where people care, people are helping each other out, they've
Yep.
really come together. They're not competitive, which is great.
Yep.
Like, they all want to work together. And, you know, when I bumped in today, like, how many people were sitting in there
Yeah.
coming into your store? Like,
Yeah.
it's great. You have these people coming in. I was literally just bringing in the lights, and some lady and her daughter was walking down the street and they're, oh, we've got to go in here. We know. She's lovely. You've got to come in here. You've got to check this out. She was saying to her daughter. And I was like, hell yeah.
really
Like, that was
sweet.
perfect timing for me. I was like, thank you. But to have that sort of, I guess, yeah, that community around you and that vibe that people are like,
Yeah.
hey, this is a cool creative space. Like, this is,
Yeah.
there's some great things in there. I want to make something creative. I want
Yeah.
to bring it in.
I have people asking me all the time, if I started doing this, you know, what do you think? They come in and ask, like people who've been creating for ages, they know their craft, they know what they're worth, they know everything. They're always coming to me and saying, what do you think this is worth? And I'm always 100%, do not ever sell yourself short. There will always be somebody who wants that.
Yep.
You might have to wait a little while, but don't sell yourself short because it'll happen. Somebody will say, oh, I've been looking for one of these for years.
Well, I think like with the diversity that you have in there of the products, it allows
Yeah.
people to have more fringe products in there.
Yeah.
Because you've created this space where you're like, yeah, I have no idea what I'm going to find in here.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
let's have a look.
Yeah.
You know, you're not walking into a sheet store and going, wow, the sheets are great. Like you
Yeah, yeah.
have everything in there. It's like you could explore
It's-
through the store and
yeah.
find some really cool things.
I always have people say to me, oh, I never know what I'm going to find, or how long has this been in here? I haven't seen this before. And I'll say, oh, it's probably 6 months. But because there's so much in there that you always see something new every time you walk through the door. And it's always constantly changing. Because I don't own any of that. The people that create it still own it. And it's theirs until it walks out the door.
Right.
So if they say to me, Shirley, I've got a huge market this weekend, I need to come and get some stock. Come get it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's theirs. It still belongs to them. I just give them somewhere
So
to...
you've literally just created a platform. Like that's it. That's
yeah.
literally, you've got a shell of a store there and people just stock their stuff.
Yep. They just put their stuff in there. And it's great for the people that don't get to markets all the time. It's great for the people who have websites that, you know, they might have a product that's a bit slower moving. Bring it in here. Somebody will see it. And
also, people are creative, I guess, outside workouts, right? They work a full-time job. They
Yep.
want to be creative. So then they spend the time making that thing.
Yeah.
And then they have no time to go to the markets.
Yeah,
Like, markets
that's
are
right.
a real grind.
They are. They're hard work.
And it's hot up here.
Yeah. Right now it is, definitely. Yeah.
You know, so being able to use their spare time to create whatever it is
Yeah.
and feeling confident that they can leave it in
Yeah.
here and someone's going to find it is...
Yeah. And it's always on display, 6 days a week. Come on in, have a look. You know, it gives people that option. And not only that, I think that creating, I try to create a hype around the shop. I try and make it enticing and exciting, and I try and be in everybody's face all the time, because you wear people down.
They're going to come in and buy something.
That's right.
Yep.
Are you going to get sick of me? Come in and have a look.
Yeah. I
You
like
know?
that. Yeah.
I just... And they a lot of the time don't have the energy for that.
Yeah.
They don't have... And that's how you sell. Harvey Norman's got an ad every bloody 20 minutes on TV.
Creative people aren't salespeople, and salespeople usually aren't creative people.
That's right. So, yeah, I mean, I'd say that there is a degree of creativity in it with any sort of sales pitch, but...
You're creative, though. You're different. You're
Yeah,
not
yeah.
a salesperson. You are a creative person selling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
your general salesperson isn't usually someone who's
No, they're
terribly
thinking
creative.
methodically, not outside
Where
the box.
you're coming in and you have these creative people that need the support to sell
Yeah.
because they don't have the time. They might not be an outward person, because sometimes crafting is quite a solo thing
Yep.
they do by themselves.
Yep.
And then someone comes in and here you are,
Yeah.
and how creative you are.
Yeah.
You just love this. That's your sales
Yeah.
pitch, effectively.
Yeah.
Is, I love this stuff. Come and check it out.
I feel like at the end of the day, this was what I was meant to do. I was meant to be this person. I'm very different to what I was 2 years ago. I wasn't as out in the community. I was very much a bit of a wallflower. And even now I am. If I go to a party, I'll go and stand in the corner. I'm happy to just sit and observe. People come up to me, they talk to me, I'll talk back and all that sort of thing, but I'm not the life of the party. But when it comes to this, I feel like I've got enough passion, and that's what I try to show people, because if I feel the passion, maybe I can project that
Yeah.
onto other people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. So then, the getting in people's face leads me straight into your social media presence,
Yes.
which is so impressive.
Thank you.
The fact that you are doing all of this, and then you have time to be so relentless online in a good way, as
Yeah.
in you're doing exactly what you need to do, is posting, being organic, like being open and just doing your thing.
Yeah.
How has that sort of changed your business or grown it?
It has absolutely grown it. Like, I've always, since I started, my thought process was Facebook and Instagram are free. Post to your heart's content, doesn't
Fair
cost
play.
you a cent.
Yep.
And there are so many people on those platforms that eventually going to reach somebody who's going to come in. So I started. I've only really dug my heels in this year and really started punching it out every single day. And I have noticed a huge difference. Huge. And then big enough that I could afford to move to a new shop and keep this one. So
Yep. It's working. You're getting in front of people.
yeah, like I said, every single day it's free. I'm going to do it, and you get sick of me, come say hello.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, and like to tie in with this year, like your social media presence effectively got you on TV
Yeah.
with the floods.
Yeah.
Like,
That was
such a tough time, and you were just like, no, I'm going to be open about this, and everything's shit right now.
Yeah.
But hey, we're all in this together.
That's right. You know, and it was, I've never experienced a flood like that in my life, but I grew up here and I know what a flood's like. Everybody does. You know, if you're born and bred here and you've been here any period of time, you know that we get floods every single year. This year was obviously like huge and more than what I even expected. But we prepare, we do what we can, and at the end of the day, as long as everybody's safe, things are just things. Things are just things.
I think
So.
people, to have someone that's putting out there that you're fine, like we can get through this. I think that impact would have been pretty big in your community around people going, yeah, we got this. Like
I had people who had no power, no form of communication other than TikTok. And after the floods, once the waters came down and they came into town, and I would be at work at Woolies and they would say to me, I had no idea what was going on, but when I opened up my TikTok, you were there and I could see what was happening in town, and it made me feel better. And that there is, to me, ridiculous, because I don't know what's going on. I don't know no more than the person next to me. But I think just another real person, not the media, not somebody painting the devastation, but just the day-to-day. Just what we're going through.
Yep.
You know, and giving people a little bit of, I don't know if it's hope or security maybe, just that everything, like, we're all in this together, it's all going to be okay. Yeah.
I think it was cool looking through, I was doing my online research and just seeing, you really had an impact to a lot of people during that time. Just, like I said, being that security, making sure that everyone knows that we're going to get through this.
Yeah.
We're good.
It's okay, having a laugh.
It sucks, but we're going to get through it.
What could you do? There was one stage there where people were telling my husband to bomb dive off the balcony. I was like, no, he'd break his neck. It's only about 4 foot deep. But then people were like, it's 4 foot deep. And I'm like, that's a lot of water.
It's not great, I love the Uranimo pub. Uranimo pub.
Yeah.
And like the boats going up to that.
Yeah.
I think that it's great to see that sort of everyone come together and just...
Yeah.
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 So, all right, so we've got this really cool store.
Yeah.
People make things, you've got this incredible community around you, you've expanded.
Yep.
You do all this work, you do a hell of a lot on social media.
Yeah.
You're a super active member of your community. And then you sort of just mentioned it before. You also work at Woolworths.
Yes.
And then why don't we add another layer of that? How many kids do you have?
5.
5 kids.
5 kids.
So do you have a clone of you running around somewhere? Or how do you have time to do all of this?
I have a firm belief that people who are busy just get things done. They just do it. They don't think about it, they just do it. I always say, because people always say to me, how do you do it, Shirley? How do you work 2 jobs, have 5 kids? How do you do it? And I always say, well, I just put one foot in front of the other and pray nobody pushes me over. Because you just got to do it. There's no...
It's really inspiring to see, like, when people do good things in the community, usually it's a singular thing, or, they laser focus into things and that becomes them. But that is already a huge commitment.
Yeah.
To have a second job is a whole nother level.
Yeah.
Because split focus and just your time, you're losing free time between both of them. And then to have 5 kids.
Yeah.
I have 1 kid and I know how much that is. To times him by 5, I would drown. Like
Yeah, wow.
It's impressive.
I found out I was pregnant 4 days after I opened this shop.
Wow.
And I don't think I would have survived if I wasn't for this shop, because I was not ready for a 5th baby.
Yep.
And this gave me something I could control when the rest of my life was, for me, falling to pieces because I didn't know how I was going to do it all. But I could control this. So I think that, well, everything happens for a reason. Everything happens the way it happens for a reason. And I think that something out there knew what was happening, and I needed that anchor.
Yeah.
And this was it. And I threw myself at it, which is why I think it's worked, because I threw myself at it. Yeah.
That's, yeah, I think, also, I knew what you were doing in the community once I first met you, and I thought that was really cool. And then once Nicole reached out and nominated you, and I started to look into everything that you do, and I was like, that is just a huge picture that you have, a huge community that and
Yeah.
impact that you have in your space. Like, it is genuinely impressive. Like, it's
Thank
just,
you.
and you know,
I don't think I'm that impressive.
no, well, we had the conversation before, right? And you
Yeah.
said, oh, I don't know. But
Yeah.
looking at that, like, you are 100% incredibly impressive. Like,
Thank you.
just to see what you've done here to the local community, the wider community, with people that
Yeah.
are sitting at home. They might have, like, craft is so often a escape,
Yeah.
and now you've allowed that escape to keep growing for people, to bring
Yeah.
happiness into their lives. But also, the people that are buying these things are
Oh, people love it.
pure joy when they get something
Yeah.
special. You know, it's handmade.
Yeah.
It's something that's not off a normal shelf.
That's right.
It means something. Like,
Yeah.
the impact and that happiness around both the people making and receiving. Like, it's just, yeah, I think
It's connection.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
cool. I that's why I was like, yeah, no, you're coming in for a chat, because that's, or I'm coming down. But I think what you're doing is really impressive, and I think just, yeah, the amount of impact that you've made on your local community,
Yeah.
you know, is,
Yeah, I have people that have never even been into the shop before that watch my reels and send me messages from New Zealand. Say to me, I live for this. I wake up every day, what's Shirley doing? I'm having a shitty day, what's Shirley doing? Like, and they send me these messages. I had a lady, when I was painting the windows outside my shop on, what day did I do that? Thursday this week. She pulled up in her car, got out, walked over to me, like purposefully stopped to talk to me. And I was up the ladder painting, and she said, Shirley, and I've known her for a couple of years, but I wouldn't say that we're great friends or anything, but we'd have banter across the counter when we'd go into the bakery or whatever. And she said to me, Shirley, you have inspired me to every now and then put on a dress, get out of my daily uniform, and feel good, and that's just from me doing silly stories every day where I'm showing everybody what I wear. It's got nothing to do with the shop at all, but like, it's people connect to that. They see that and they're like, that's cool. I want to be fun and happy like that too. I'm not always feeling fun and happy, but
yeah.
put on a pretty dress, you feel good, you feel better.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
dress up, you feel better. Yeah.
100%.
And so she literally pulled up just to tell me that. And got back in the car and went on her way, and I was just like,
Hell yeah. That's making that impact.
yeah, and it's got nothing to do with anything really. It's just me being me.
So then, you can see why you're a pretty cool person.
I still don't.
Maybe
Maybe.
take on notice.
Maybe. Maybe.
Well, thank you for that.
Thank you.
I really appreciate your time,
Thank you.
and you are a pretty cool person.
Thank you.
Done.
Okay.
Thank you for that.
That's all right. Thank you.
Genuinely, I am very appreciative.
Thank you.
So you nailed it.